Hello, children. In today's class, we are going to see chapter 3 from First Flight, where we have seen the first part of the story already. His First Flight by Liam O. Flaherty about the bird's flight. Now we are going to see The Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth. In the previous part of the story, the seagull was not flying, and some way it made its hard work to fly. In the second part of the story, also, there's a person who goes in a flight, misses his route, and comes back. This story is a little bit a mystery. Let us see what is there in The Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth. Now I shall read the lesson paragraph by paragraph. Listen carefully, children. Okay? The moon was coming up in the east behind me, and stars were shining in the clear sky above me. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I was happy to be alone, high up above the sleeping countryside. So the pilot is watching the areas around, and he was so happy that the sky was too clear and shiny, and he had a smooth ride. In the next paragraph, I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. I was dreaming of my holiday and looking forward to being with my family. I looked at my watch, 1:30 in the morning. She was so happy that the sky was clear and he would soon reach the place where he has his family. Okay? Where is he flying back to? He is flying back to London from France. Okay. Now we shall see the next paragraph. I switched on the radio and said, Paris Control, Dakota DS 088, here. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England, over. So he was just giving the information like where he was traveling. Children, it's very important for the pilots to update where they are when they are flying over. Okay. Now let us see the next paragraph in the lesson. The voice from the radio answered me immediately. DS088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degrees west now. DS088, over. So this was the comment given to the pilot, and he was asked to immediately turn the plane to other direction. Means he is going to face something dangerous. The next paragraph. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind me when I saw the clouds. Storm clouds. They were huge. They looked like black mountains standing in front of me across the sky. It was looking so dangerous, children. He was thinking that he has totally got stuck inside it. And it was a terrible situation for him to overcome the storm. The next paragraph. I knew I could not fly up and over them, and I did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. Children, once we face the tough period, everything comes together. His fuel tank is empty now. What would he do? Let us see then. Now we are going to see the next paragraph. I ought to go back to Paris, I thought, but I wanted to get home. I wanted that breakfast. I'll take the risk, I thought, and flew that old Dakota straight into the storm. So, children, his enthusiasm to reach his home by some means. He had confidence that he can just fly through the storm and come out. But do you think that he would have come without much risk? My God, how it would be if we are in between the clouds where we couldn't see what is there surrounded. He was in such a situation, but still he was fighting hard to come to his home by some means. Let us see what happens next in the next paragraph. Okay. Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. See, can you imagine what would have happened to him? He was the only person, and moreover, it was an old aeroplane, Dakota aeroplane, and he was very eagerly coming to meet his family and was just imagining about the breakfast he's going to have with his family. So that strong feel of love about his family made him to overcome the dark path in the sky. What happened there? The aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. But still, he didn't leave his hope. He was believing in himself to overcome the hard time. And let us see his challenge against nature. I looked at the compass. I couldn't believe my eyes. The compass was turning round and round and round. It was dead. Children, just imagine if we are in such place. How would we have managed that situation? Will you be able to do it? Maybe. Because in situations only we'll know that like what we are actually, isn't it? We can identify ourselves when we face some problems. It would not work. The other instruments were suddenly dead too. I tried the radio. So this is the thing happened there. Nothing worked. Nothing helped him. He was not at all expecting such thing. But still, it happened and he couldn't stop anything. Isn't it? Children, in the previous part of the same story, of this lesson, two stories about flying, we saw how the little bird was not having belief in itself, its own strength. But later, accidentally, it found its strength and it was excelling in its flight. What does the writer, Frederick, comes to convey here? We must understand our own strength. God has equally given us all knowledge, and we must keep trying and keep on trying till we succeed. That is what the writer comes to convey us. Let us see the rest in the next. And children, did you think why such titles are given to us? It focuses on how we have to manage things when we face in our life.